Hashtag.
I still don't understand the style there with the.
All right,
what is that?
How's the volume? We all right?
I don't think is this loud
Those of
enough?
you that don't know, we do live podcasts here every Saturday night. They are family friendly, and and we don't mind people talking and having a good time and knitting and playing games on their phone or whatever you do. So and eat and drink coffee.
That's besides us.
Yes, because we're doing all of those right now. So let's jump into it. You guys ready?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Wait, and hit record.
Of course. Why don't you hit record?
Why would you want to record a show?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, and these all get turned into podcasts too, and videos.
What's a podcast?
What's a podcast?
With a Z.
Z's.
Podcast. Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It's now time for This Week in Geek. It's April 23rd, 2016. I'm Rob Southgate.
Woo.
With me is
Edward Lee.
Hipster Edward Lee.
A little Kanitsa.
Cubs fan, a little Kanitsa.
Chris Mao.
And Chris Mao.
So you better watch him.
Yeah, that's
watch
right.
what you say.
You're out.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry.
No, come on, man. I was nice.
That was.
So
What's up? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, you guys want to give your social media up front? Fine. Or TWIG, This Week in Geek.
I don't have
any.
Yeah, I don't.
How about you?
What are the interwebs?
I don't know.
You can find me at LOGEEKZ for the Leave Geeks podcast.
And
Oh, me? At Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Everything, all the
Foursquare,
above,
Swarm, whatever new one. Yeah, we're there.
so, yeah. Anyone else want to give theirs? All right, let's do it.
Anyone else? Bueller.
I don't want to start with the bummer news. Can we do some other stuff first and then get to the bummer?
Sure.
All right. Do you want to get the bummer out of the way first?
What, that Inhumans is off the schedule for Phase 3?
Phase
4. Yeah.
Phase 4? Right.
Well, it's off the schedule,
Right.
but it's still going to happen. My guess is the direction that they're taking everything now with Spider-Man and
Right.
Ant-Man being as popular as he got, that they're going to change their focus.
Right.
And they're going to really want to push the Inhumans, but they want to give the Inhumans their story.
Right.
But the other thing I think is also going to happen is there's been rumors of all this talk with Fox, and what better way to bring in the
Most of those
Inhumans?
rumors being started by me.
Yeah, because you rule the interwebs. Everybody follows Rob.
Yes.
But in all seriousness,
We do?
yes, we do.
With a hanky.
I mean, the Inhumans started out with the Fantastic Four, and they played a big part with the Fantastic Four,
right?
From like issue, I want to say like 44 or something, all the way through.
I hear that's
the
a
90s.
fantastic issue.
All right, terrible jokes. That's what you'll
For
get here
anyone,
tonight, guys.
boo.
Terrible jokes.
Your mom booed you, I think she just said
I think
boo.
people are leaving their food. They
That's
just
right.
they pay. They're like, we don't even want to
Probably.
pay. We don't even want to eat these.
So anyway, they started in issue 44.
Somewhere in the 40s.
I
I
have an
can't
issue
remember.
with that.
But I do think that it would be really cool if they brought in the Fantastic Four with the Inhumans. Like if they got some kind of deal.
Well, obviously, and that's what I've
would
been
be really
saying
awesome.
is they're going to make the deal. They want to see how the Spider-Man deal goes down. When Sony makes a boatload of money, Fox is going to say, we don't really want to play much ball with the X-Men, but we can't seem to get this Fantastic Four thing right. And once they do that, once they start making that thing, they don't have to have Deadpool crossover to the MCU ever.
No,
they can keep him the way he is. They can have certain things with X-Men go over. And my words, when they do X-Men versus Avengers, which they're going to do by Phase 4, in fact, I bet that's the big end of Phase 4. I bet that's it. Yep.
I don't think they go there with X-Men versus the Avengers.
No.
But
how many times am I right?
Not very
A
many.
lot. Never.
Not very
Always.
many.
Retrospectively, always.
That's right.
But what I think will happen is if they use the Inhumans to end the Fantastic Four together, the big thing that the MCU wants, what Marvel really wants, is the villains.
Right.
I really think they can care less right now about the Fantastic Four. It's about getting Galactus. It's about getting Doom.
Right.
It's about getting Kang the Conqueror. All these characters.
Getting Doom right as opposed to
of course.
See, that's just
and
it.
they will get Doom right. I mean,
that's just it. They will get it right, and Fox cannot get it right. And I think that's going to be a big plus in their favor because if they can get Doom right and Fox can play with that character, then
Sure.
they're going to be really happy.
Right, and the good thing is as we see in other news, Spider-Man: Homecoming officially says that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in that movie. So what that's going to do is that's going to show Fox, hey, Sony is already using these characters, these huge characters.
Right,
Every movie Downey's been in,
it's huge.
has been enormous.
Right,
He
what is it, 400 million? Or I think they said it's like
something.
25% more if Downey's if Iron Man's in the movie.
So imagine if they're like, hey, because it's coming, the money's coming out of Fox.
Right.
Disney doesn't care. Yeah, pay him $50 million if you want. That's fine with us because it also helps our brand. We can sell more Iron Man toys as long as you're flipping the check.
Would they backdoor it and say, hey, get $50 million from Fox and we'll give you 20 and
yeah,
make it work? I mean, you might say, hey, you got to pay the load.
They probably have a sweet deal like that where they're going to give him something. You do Spider-Man, we're going to give you this, and Sony is going to pay you X amount. That's probably what's going on.
Or back end of the deal or something. Who knows?
And if you noticed, this was in the news this week too. Downey has been talking about Sherlock Holmes 3.
Oh, yeah.
Because he knows, like, you know what? I'm going to keep stoking these fires because while this is happening, if I stoke that, the studio is going to greenlight it, and they're going to back up the truck again and pay him for that movie, which I'm great
Hold on.
with.
Those Guy Ritchie Sherlock movies are great.
I love them.
They're a lot of fun.
They're really good. I mean,
and Jude Law is awesome. I love it.
Imagine if you could do Cumberbatch and Jude Law. I like Martin Freeman as Watson, but Jude Law as Watson.
So you're crossing the streams?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I just want Jude Law in a Marvel movie.
I do too.
I don't know who I'd cast him as.
Did you see they were talking about him and they were talking about Mads Mikkelsen to get him in a Marvel movie?
Shut up.
Matt Mikkelsen's in. He's in Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's
Mads Mikkelsen?
He's the villain in Doctor
he's the
Strange.
villain.
guy.
What was I thinking? Oh, they were talking about Game of Thrones. Sorry, they were talking about those two in Game of Thrones.
Oh, is that what it was?
They go, put a sword in his hand and just put him out there and then go. So, yes.
Sorry. Go.
I got excited because I'm like, I like
super excited. We're always excited.
Come on, that dude looks great.
Plus, if Fox did this crossover, we'd get Dinklage in the MCU because he was Trask.
Yeah, but he was Trask back in the 70s. I mean,
so who cares?
We're talking like there's like a 50-year gap.
They could send him to Tahiti and he'd be fine. He could come back now.
True.
No.
Is he a character or is he a voiceover?
No, he was Bolivar Trask who created the Sentinels.
To wipe out the X-Men.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know who that is. He's that
exactly. I couldn't.
Lower stature gentleman.
Yes.
Okay, now you know.
I was wondering if he did.
He was the main villain in Underdog.
Right.
That's
why I thought that was Felix the Cat.
That's why he can't be in the MCU because he was in Underdog. And superheroes they can't cross those
streams.
They
don't go that. So
they will take J.K. Simmons, but not
because his
Underdog.
voiceover work isn't fantastic, which is amazing. As talented as he is, his voiceover work is kind of uninspired, I think. But in screen, he's amazing. He's fantastic. So,
like he was in Pixels, amazing.
Didn't see it.
Dinklage was amazing in Pixels.
But was Pixels good?
Huh? I'm going to watch it.
We won't talk about that.
I will watch.
My kids love it.
I promise you, I'll watch.
So I've watched it multiple times.
So
watch it with your eyes closed.
So every time I watch
it,
I watch it, then I hear Dinklage and I wake up and I'm like, oh, Dinklage is on. No Dinklage.
He does that.
So speaking of superhero films and casting, Willem Dafoe has been cast in Justice League as a good guy, but we don't know who yet. Who is he going to be? Have you noticed? Snyder must be a big fan of Raimi's Spider-Man because he took J.K. Simmons. Now he's got Willem Dafoe.
Oh, come on.
No, it's not Snyder. It's Warner Brothers. Is like, what was the last big hit outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Right, that's exactly
Spider-Man.
what they're doing.
Let's take the whole cast.
Well, they need
because Tobey Maguire will be involved, and then here's Kristen Dunst will be.
Yeah, and
if they bring Alfred Molina, yes, if they get Molina,
and it's all over.
Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina. No,
that's what they should just do. Is just,
MCU should
fire. No, not her, but I'm just saying fire Snyder and move in Raimi.
Well, I mean, I love the.
No, you want Warner Brothers to really make a move? Fire Snyder and bring in Favreau.
No, they won't because Favreau's an executive producer.
Right.
No, they already have.
No, but I'm saying that would be like But pay him so much money that he's like, I can walk away from this.
They already have somebody. They already have one of the producers who could
$40
step in, and that's George Miller.
George Miller would be amazing,
and he's already an executive producer for Justice League. It's there. He's going to have his footprint on this.
Yes. Somebody needs to.
You're going to see Tom Hardy as Mad Max just there driving right.
And the other footprint we need to see is something on Snyder's ass, because I'm telling you, he needs to go. He can be creative director for. I mean, visually it's great.
Give him some direction and have somebody else decide what the story is, and then let him go.
Yeah, and they fired Terrio, the writer.
Right.
Danny Terrio was the writer?
Yes, Danny Terrio.
He was awesome.
Did he dance his way out?
He did.
Leslie Uggams was in
Solid Gold Dancers.
Leslie Uggams was in Deadpool, so I am not far off with that joke.
Yes, you are.
You're
way off.
Way off.
So who's got one?
Well, and so we're talking about superhero stuff. Famke Janssen says she wants to play an older Aaron Gray in one of Wolverine movies, and of course,
Jean Grey.
Sorry, I said Aaron.
I wanted to play older Aaron Gray in the Buck Rogers film.
Buck Rogers. That's who Aaron Gray is. Sorry, But I mean, why wouldn't she want to be number one? Because it's a lot of cash. And number two, she got off the train too early.
She didn't want to have anything to do with the movies. Right. She did not like being a part of these movies, and now everybody's a part of these movies.
She did Taken. Nothing personal. Would you rather be an X-Men or Taken?
An X-Men where you have a role, or Taken where you're off screen for 85 minutes of the movie.
Right.
And all you have is, Ra's al Ghul hunting you down to find you.
Rescuing you.
Or I got more news. Michael Keaton is out of talks for the Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, wait, I didn't hear he's out.
He's out.
Well, they were saying because of...
Is it because of that McDonald's movie he's doing? Never mind.
I think it's because they had to back up the Brinks truck for Downey, so they're like, I don't know if we can fit both of you guys.
Yeah.
Would you have Downey or?
So they're going to end up with The Rock playing the Vulture.
No, they'll probably go with a different way. But I mean, you could bring in somebody. You could bring in anybody to play the Vulture.
Well, yeah, if you want that
kind of
Vulture, I know you guys. Like, I was listening to League of Geeks. I think you guys were saying that you thought that was good casting. Was that you guys?
I said it. Yeah,
I don't know if it's good casting.
I said it was fine with Keaton because I think he can play that kind of.
I think he can, but I don't know if that's the right casting.
But I think
they can do better, like they did with Molina as Doc Ock. That was amazing casting. I think this is an older character. Like, yeah, but he doesn't look like a shriveled up piece of beef jerky.
He doesn't have to be.
He does. The Vulture always looked like Burgess Meredith without hair.
What I hate is how people like. You can't have, if you want people to look like they did in the comics, then you're going to have bodybuilders as all the superheroes. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
What do you mean, bodybuilders?
Even Chris Hemsworth as Thor is smaller than how Thor is drawn and looks like.
Nobody can be.
That's what I'm saying. So you can alter the look of these characters.
Right.
Like you don't have
what
to.
What I'm
like,
saying is, in my mind, when I picture the Vulture, he is not the Vulture. It doesn't have to be.
When I watch Birdman, I see Keaton like that, beat up and shriveled up.
I think he could pull it off.
I think he could pull it off, but I think there's not a bad idea. The thing with the Vulture is the guy looked like a bird. Keaton doesn't look like a bird. He looks like a pug.
But did you see?
How many people look like a bird?
D from Always Sunny. There's an
Always Sunny. You could pull Doug Jones.
Thank you.
Doug Jones.
Doug Jones would be amazing.
Doug Jones has got his own movie line.
Right. He's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing Nosferatu.
Christopher Walken. Ooh.
Christopher Walken.
But he won't make it to the end of Phase 4, unfortunately.
Is your mic dead? Finally, let's have a celebration, folks.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Hey, William, can you see if that microphone is turned on? Periscope, can people hear us? I see nothing. Oh, it's not. Now you can hear us.
No, dead.
Is that dead?
Is it?
Okay. Right, William hasn't said anything.
Switch mics. Do you have a mic? Let's try the mic. I want to know if that mic cable is dead.
It's the cord.
It's the cord.
Do we have another cord?
Hey, Joey, can you get a mic cord from the box in back, please? Thanks.
A little peek behind the scenes. Hey, William, guess what? You're going to have to edit this.
Something to do.
Yeah. We'll make it a clean edit. We'll put a little logo in the middle and start up with part 2.
Well, we can talk about something that Alil won't have any comment about. Doctor Who finally announced its new companion, which was really exciting. They really did a big build-up They did it at the halftime of an FA Cup match today that was at Wembley Stadium, and they introduced her, and the girl's name, who's going to be the new companion, his name is Mackie. And since they can bet in England, she came in as a late favorite, so somebody knew something, obviously, at the end. But she's the typical mid-20s attractive girl, but the twist this year, or this companion, is that
I'm back.
The twist is that she knows nothing about Doctor Who or the Doctor Who universe, and the little trailer they gave I thought was really good.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. And the show doesn't need to be funny. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I need comedy and everything.
Right.
I just thought that their chemistry worked for me. I thought it was funny banter.
Sure.
If the entire run is her being dumb about everything and pointing out the flaws in the Who universe, I'm going to be disinterested really fast. I don't think that's the case. So stop pointing, Nathan. I think that we're going to get that for about an episode. And then she's going to just fall in love with the whole thing. Because how do you not?
Right.
Although she will be the voice of the audience. That's what she is.
Yep.
She will be the voice of the audience, and she will occasionally say things like, that Dalek has a plunger.
Right.
That's what she will do. The Cybermen, that kind of looks like a whisk. Or, whatever.
Right.
When she says that, like, you're a fool. And they'll go on. I think that's what will happen. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with Nathan interrupting me.
I think they'll force the Doctor to not just assume that you know what it is, and he'll explain
because
it.
Because when you assume, you can finish that. Got that from Benny Hill.
But they had a great line in there. We have to go back to the future. When I heard it, I was like, yes.
That's the best.
I was like, that's great. So
we have to go back to the future.
Yes. I was waiting for Doc Brown to run out. So
can you imagine? There's the crossover. They just need in the background a guy with the white hair and the white jumpsuit to just run through the background of a scene.
Chased by some Libyans. That would be great.
That would be
the ISIS.
They don't skateboard. Yes, that would be awesome.
A hoverboard.
Why not have them drive by in a DeLorean? Thank you,
Jacob.
Will they go to what's the town? I can't think of the town now.
I think that's the first time I've heard
Twin Pines.
Twin Pines.
They land at Twin Pines shopping mall. That would be fantastic.
Oh, hold on a second. That's the first time I've heard him speak, and I've been doing this show for how long?
Jacob? No, he talks all the. Oh no, that's the Jacob puppet that talks.
The puppet talks a lot more, except for everybody that you or I.
I want to point something out. Jacob had more to add to this conversation than Edward.
I don't do
Dr.
Hill.
Yes.
Edward never talked.
He made a joke about a drive-by.
Yeah, that's more than you just said.
No. What are you talking about?
I just want to take that hat off your head.
Thank you.
That hipster hat?
Your kids are in big trouble. I just want to let you know.
What
are you wearing that hat for? That's stupid.
I'm like, I'm old. I got some news.
All right,
I got some news that I think will make Rob happy.
Oh, hey!
So Hasbro has been talking about building a cinematic universe.
No, wait.
Yes, I know.
Wait a minute, and someone else has.
All right,
for a long time.
Whatever. Rob.
Rob's
always right.
And
blah,
what is
blah,
it?
Blah.
What is it, Alil?
So Hasbro and Paramount have instilled a bunch of writers that have been involved in the Marvel
Not just
universe.
writers, really good writers.
Right, who have been involved in Spider-Man 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man Homecoming, just a lot of these movies that have been part of it. I mean, we're talking about Brian K. Vaughan, we're talking about
they brought in
everybody.
writers.
So they're looking to build the cinematic universes from the ground up for G.I. Joe, Micronauts, Visionaries, Mask, and Rom.
Yes.
So Rom the Space Knight.
And Micronauts, two that I've been talking about forever.
I know.
Visionaries, it's happening. Now they need to get Crystar, and the Trinity is complete. Or Thundar. He's not part of that.
No, Thunder is Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera.
They need that to happen now, too.
If they could do Thunder,
Thunder with He-Man.
He-Man and the didn't they do the D&D one to the cartoons? I think
they should do that. They're not going to.
I think so.
They're not going to do the cartoon version of D&D.
Those were good.
Why not?
That was a good show.
We didn't talk about how that had a great
Why
ending.
not? Why wouldn't they do it if it was something popular? They were redoing cartoon versions of everything.
Tiamat, right? That was
because we have had
because D&D
movies.
is going to put out a D&D type movie similar to Warcraft. Mark my words. They're not going to go into that well.
They've done it. And they didn't. It didn't.
It's just like Nintendo. They're not doing the Captain Nintendo series, even though they should.
Oh, Captain and the Game Master. I had my kids start watching that off of YouTube. It's all free on YouTube. They love it. There's glued to it.
Yep. It's
Captain
awesome.
and the Game Master.
Corrupting children one at a time.
Of course.
Oh,
You got,
awesome.
you got Mega Man, Kid Icarus, all these great characters. Simon Belknap. Please.
Yes.
Do you not know any of this?
I know Kid Icarus. I know, but I don't know Captain.
It's on
Whatever.
YouTube.
Well, Captain
it's
N
free.
is
Captain
just a-
N, you don't know what that is?
No.
Edward.
Just go on YouTube. While you're on
We are
YouTube,
way too old to know what it is.
Yes, you are.
And we love it.
while you're on YouTube watching videos of me
Miley
reviewing
Cyrus.
toys,
You?
of course, who doesn't watch videos of me? Go look up
Almost-
Captain N. You should.
I have.
Great stuff.
I watch my own videos. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Great stuff.
And I'm so quick to hit don't like. No, I put nice things.
No, you don't.
I do. I put
Hey,
nice things.
You don't look nearly as bad in video as you do in person. That's backhanded compliment. That's okay.
It's true. All
I
right,
just write
that's-
things like, did a bee sting your thyroid? I type that in there. All right.
So did you know they were redoing Flatliners, remaking the movie Flatliners? Remember we talked
They've
about?
talked about this before.
Well, no, they
It has there been motion on it?
yeah, because they've got Ellen Page and
I like Ellen Page.
Diego.
Yeah, but they already did that movie, but it wasn't called Flatliners. It was something recent with Olivia Wilde and
Right.
it was the same
They said
movie.
they do it, and then they said that Nina
What movie
Dobrev.
is that?
Oh, I forgot what it was called. I have to look it up. Hold on.
There's
Unless it's called Flatliners,
Right,
it's
it's
not
not.
Flatliners.
I understand,
even
but
though
it's
it's
the
the same
same thing.
They're
That's-
supposed to be getting Nina Dobrev, who's in the Vampire Diaries. She's young, attractive to be in the movie.
So
She's in
Edward has her
Cosford.
poster up.
Probably
I like it.
right. She's a WB brunette. She's
Okay. Yeah, because they're all terrible to look at, right?
oh yeah.
I comment to none of this.
You can comment on that. We'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
We're all married. You can say whatever you want.
Right.
So what posters do you have up in your room? What do you got?
No comment.
So, speaking of shows that posters we would have had up in our room, not a little because
Oh yes.
he's too young.
Going there? Nice.
Yeah, I'm going for it. Willie Ames and Scott Baio for Martha.
You are.
Charles in charge.
No.
of all
New
things.
line.
That explains a lot.
New Line
And, no.
is trying to secure the rights to do a Three's Company movie.
Come and knock on our door.
Who wants that?
We've been
Oh,
waiting
totally.
for
I didn't know there were crickets in here.
where
Holy
the kisses
cow.
are hers
Hold on.
and hers.
Ropers or Don Knotts?
Oh, it's going to be Ropers. But let me tell you something. I
I want
want you.
both. It's a movie. They're gonna have both.
I want you to think about this for a second. Yeah, you got to do a movie.
Who's gonna run
You
the-
got to do the Ropers because then you can spin off and have a Ropers
Who's
series.
going to be Larry?
And then you have the Three's Company universe. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen is Larry.
So
Oh no, I think Seth Rogen
No.
would be a great Mr. Roper
no.
No, Johnny or
because
Tom.
you know what
hold
they're
on.
gonna do with this.
No.
They're gonna put Zac Efron as
No,
Jack.
scary Tom Cruise, like from
As Larry
as
From,
Mr. Roper.
or as Chrissy.
Chris.
No. I got it. Larry
No,
David
you
is
have
Mr.
Margot
Roper.
Robbie as
Larry
Chrissy.
David.
Larry David
That
is
would be
Mr.
great.
Roper.
Bryan Cranston.
Right. He's got a meth lab downstairs.
Bryan Cranston runs the Regal Beagle, and they go with a parody type thing. So he's really running a meth lab out of the Regal Beagle, and that's why Larry is always over there.
And the girls work for Better Call Saul.
That would
I
be
loved
amazing.
Larry, man. He was great.
It was one of the worst shows
See?
ever.
And
No, it wasn't.
wait,
I
wait.
loved.
I want to talk
Three's
about this for a
Company.
second because we're joking about it, but there are some inherent problems with doing anything with this property. Mainly that the whole thing was a lot of gay jokes. That is not going to fly into theaters today. Yeah, but it was a lot of like, and it's not even like inappropriate humor. It's like
Oh, it's
ultra offensive to today's sensibilities, where people are going to go, "What are we watching?"
That was everything from the 70s and 80s, though.
like we were talking about.
Not the Newhart Show.
Let's do Archie Bunker.
Well,
Yeah,
we talked about that a couple of days ago, like how all these great shows could never be remade.
Yeah.
Archie Bunker, Mel
Oh,
Brooks, all of Mel Brooks'
You
movies
asked-
are gone.
You just asked me, did we talk about Three's Company? No, it's in one of our stupid conversations. It wasn't on this. We talked for a half hour about Three's.
Stupid.
I know it's not stupid. I love
Well,
it.
Your
come
part
on.
was
Come
stupid.
on.
Mine was good.
Anytime Rob opens his mouth,
But we talked about Three's Company for like a half
We did.
hour. I think we sang the theme song, and I know trivia.
come and knock on
I know
our door.
trivia.
We went through all the
In the later seasons when they showed him, and there was that
Chrissy
intro where
Lee.
he's riding in the bike and everything, and And there's the later one where the kid runs up to him at the fair and they like hand him the balloons. That is actually John Ritter's son. He was just on set, and they had him run up and do
why
that.
not cast him? They can cast him. He's an actor. He's not
Is
that
he?
bad. Yeah, he was in Freddy versus Jason. He's been in a lot of things.
I don't remember.
Oh, that cinematic juggernaut.
Well, he's been in other
Awful.
things.
I like John Ritter, so I don't know.
I love
this
John
kid any
Ritter.
good?
This kid was okay. I mean, he's
You've
not
seen him-
his son.
You've
But
seen him in Bad Santa,
He was
right?
okay.
Oh,
John
yeah,
Ritter in
yeah.
Bad Santa is amazing. Do you know who John Ritter is?
No.
You ever see Sling Blade? He was great in
No.
that too. Edward,
Hold on.
wait.
Sling Blade?
Get a
You guys
life.
saw Sling Blade?
yeah, see, his son.
When are these movies made?
Peter.
What?
Peter.
Some people call
I'm trying to see what. Like, so his son was on that TV series, The Parenthood.
He played his kid, right?
Don't watch it.
I don't know.
Oh, he wasn't in the movie. He was in the
Who? John
TV
Ritter's
show?
kid?
Yes.
Is Kristen Ritter his daughter?
No,
No.
Isn't anyone named Ritter related to him?
No, but
I got rid of
Jason
her.
Ritter is his son.
My mom's looking up. Mom, he is dead. John Ritter did die, so you don't have to look
There's
that one up.
two.
And I'll tell you, I was crushed.
Right?
Who?
I think
Did
everyone
Joyce
except-
DeWitt die?
I thought so, didn't you?
No, she didn't die.
Joyce DeWitt? Is
Or
she
just her
dead?
career. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Career or actual?
You're thinking of the
What
mom.
about Larry?
from Everly-
Is he
Everly
alive?
Raymond.
I know.
What was his name? Larry.
Uh,
Larry Linville. No, he was on MASH. Larry Bag of Donuts. What was his name? All right, Mom, keep it up. We'll continue that discussion next week. So does anyone care there's a Three's Company movie other than the one we're creating up here?
No.
No.
I do.
No, you don't.
I love Three's Company.
Oh.
I grew up watching Three's Company.
Would it be your ideal version be a cross between Baywatch and Three's Company? Is that what you're looking
No,
for?
Baywatch just got Pamela
I
Anderson
know.
for the Rock one. That I don't.
Although, yeah, because I said Zac Efron. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna. I thought
That's
that's what
gonna
you
be
were gonna
terrible.
bring. Oh, it's gonna be awful.
Does anybody want to see
And
that?
hold on, it's gonna be awful. And it's gonna make a gazillion dollars.
I don't know about that. I
Because they're
think
gonna get the Hoff to show up in a cameo, and then people are gonna go nuts in Kit with Kit.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone care about seeing this thing? And then they're like, Pamela Anderson's back. I'm like, great.
You remember the Three's Company spinoff?
Huh?
The Ropers.
Joyce DeWitt, not
And
Larry-
Larry was
She's
Richard.
on the Death Watch.
Richard Klein was Larry.
Richard Klein.
Yes. Yes.
We discussed that. Okay.
It's not Kristen Ritter. I know that.
All right. Oh, please. Please, Mom.
So I
Somebody
won.
don't get her a mic.
Oh, Edward speaks.
Oh, wait, Edward got one.
Yeah.
What?
So-
Come over.
We-
Come over.
What happened in the life of Vin Diesel this week?
I have no
Days of
idea.
Vin Diesel
Furious
live.
No, yeah.
What is it?
Yeah,
Edward?
it's
We talked
27.
about this last year with I don't know the director's name, but he announced that he's going to make 4 new Avatar movies.
You don't know the director's name? I don't know.
Yes.
James
James
Cameron.
Cameron.
James Cameron. I don't.
I don't know James
Who's this?
Cameron. Who is this
But
person?
Who's this?
That is
Diesel
a
character?
homeschool fail. He directed Terminator.
Aliens.
Come on.
The first Avatar.
I just don't,
Titanic.
I don't
Some-
know director's name.
Maybe you've heard of these
So-
movies.
Some schlock director who's made
Yeah.
billions
Well,
of
you're taking
dollars.
abuse.
Top 20
Let's
movies
hear
of
it.
all time. Take out
He-
James Cameron. It's the top 8 movies of all time.
Yeah.
He
much.
announced that the way he's going to shoot the 4 Avatar movies is going to be all in one go and not by movie by movie by movie. It's going to
Like
be
they
like
did
a
Lord of the
miniseries.
Rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, is it?
Well, he
no,
only needs like 10 minutes of
Lord of the
live action.
Rings-
The rest of it's all CG
Lord of the
anyway.
Rings isn't they did like the first and second movie and then they did
brutal.
the
Come
third
and
one?
knock on
Or did
No,
they?
I think they
because-
shot them all at the same time and then edited them.
Okay, because this
No.
one they're doing like he said
Yeah.
on Tuesday he's going to do some of the scenes in the 4th movie.
Right,
And
right.
on
right.
Wednesday, some of the scenes in the first.
Lord of the
movie.
Rings, they did them stacked on top of each other, but they did them in one shot.
Right.
And then did reshoots, but he's,
So instead of what we said, it's not going to be 4 different types of places similar to Avatar and that kind. It's going to be the one whole story throughout the 4 movies.
Right. Which I think is the wrong way to go. I think the way that, I'm going to correct James Cameron right here. I think the smarter way to run the Avatar universe is to take that idea of going, the basic concept of an alien world and using an avatar from the planet to infiltrate, then that is the premise around your story, and all your stories take place on different planets with different races. You get this really wild universe that's expanding out like this, but you have one central idea that glues it together. Now you can tell really interesting stories in each place, and they don't have to tie it all.
But wouldn't that be better in, like, let's say...
That is an SMG production, copyright...
But wouldn't it be better in a miniseries
TV
TV show on Netflix where one season is in a different planet and they go by
They
season?
call
Well, they're not doing it on
They
Netflix.
call that
They're doing
Star
this-
Trek.
No,
don't
but
they?
would that be better than just doing movies?
No, do the 4 movies.
Okay.
If they did the Netflix series, I barely got through the first movie. So don't give me, I mean, by hour 2, I'm like, oh boy. But if you're going to do the movies and you do it the way I said, James.
All right, let's go back to talking about some John Ritter.
And the Tree of
Did
Life.
you know his father was Tex Ritter?
They're gonna have the Tree of
No.
Death, the Tree of Sadness,
Country
the Tree of
music
Happiness.
sensation Tex Ritter.
Seriously?
Was he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We have a relative that was Tex Avery, the cartoon guy, the guy that created Bugs Bunny.
He wasn't really related to you, though.
He was. See? Judge Roy Bean,
Hold on.
Tex
To
Avery.
you or to him?
To me. Yeah, let's see. Tex Avery and Daniel Boone and Judge Roy Bean, all known for having something wrong. They're all related to me. What happened? And then there's this jazz musician in our family. Drummers. All right. So
Yeah,
can we get on with
he's
this?
actually
Better than the
but he's
bass
actually good at
What?
what he does. I was like, but he was actually good at what he does.
Did you guys see the trailer for Hands of Stone?
Yes.
No, what is that?
I
It's
really-
Edward's excited. Wait.
You
I
know
thought-
what? Who is it?
Is it a card game movie where they're
No,
just
I wish.
stone hands just go
I
down and
wish.
play cards?
No. It is about, I can't think of his name, the boxer.
What is
Oh,
wrong?
Oh, man. It's about this.
George Foreman?
No.
Rocky?
But
it's
the
a
trailer,
Mike Tyson.
the
I think
the
it's
entire
Hurricane
trailer is focused on his trainer, and Robert De Niro is playing his trainer. Holy cow.
It
They
is.
need to make the movie about the trainer. So if the movie's about the trainer, amazing. It's Roberto Duran. Isn't it Roberto Duran?
Is that Hands of Stone? It
I
might
think
be.
it's Roberto Duran. But
No
I mean,
Mas?
it
Do they
looks-
call it No Mas?
it looks great, but I'm telling you, Robert De Niro, it's like,
Robert
thank
De Niro
God
was amazing in that.
he's not doing his Bullwinkle Robert De Niro anymore. I mean, how
He
long
woke
has he
up
done
from
that?
that decade
No
snooze.
kidding, man.
Edgar Ramirez, right?
He did so many.
Roberto Duran, yeah.
Roberto
Roberto.
Duran. He did so many of those movies where he was a parody of himself, just like Al Pacino.
Usher's in the movie.
I love Al Pacino, and like every movie he's in.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh-ah,
Ooh-ah.
I smell a woman. All right, settle down, Al.
Usher's playing
Is-
Sugar Ray?
Who is?
That'll be good.
Usher?
Usher's playing Sugar Ray?
As
No,
long
wait,
as,
no.
as
This
long
is-
as Little
this is
John
in
and
2014, He's a singer, right?
Ludacris go. Yeah.
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 No,
Like he's a,
2016.
he's not a
Usher's-
rapper or whatever.
he's-
He's a singer,
he's a
right?
singer.
2016.
I have no idea what
Usher's a
this
talented dude.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
love
that guy.
Usher. I'm just
Usher's
I
fantastic.
can't say I love Usher. I don't know Usher, but I've
I do love Usher.
I love Ushers. Does that mean,
because they bring
give
you
me my
stuff.
seat?
They show you your seat.
They
They
show me
occasionally
my
bring
seat.
you something.
They kick people out of the seat that was mine.
Terrible.
So.
We went to see a movie
Terrible
today,
jokes tonight, guys. Some terrible
and I'll
jokes.
tell you what, there were people that the Ushers should have kicked out. I'll tell you that right now. A lot of people talking and doing other things in movie theaters now. Don't you guys have something, a segment on League of Geeks called Rogues Gallery?
Yeah, Steve does. Every
Steve is
time
rock-
he goes to the theaters, he has somebody that is doing something ridiculous in this theater.
It happens all
It's
the
like
time.
it's like super rated R, like going in to see Deadpool and
they'll
having
bring like a
6-year-olds
yeah.
with you.
like when I saw.
So you went to the movie.
I did not take my kids to see Deadpool. No,
It's like when we went to see Saw.
Not on
and
opening
this
night.
guy sits down next to us. Theater's full. Guy sits down with two little girls that are like 4. I yelled at him because that's what I do. What are you doing, you idiot? I don't care. I was bigger than him. He doesn't know I'm a big wimp. But then the little girl's like crying open. I'm like, look, just close your eyes. It's okay. It's just a movie. Like I'm parenting this kid for this guy who's sitting there like, it's a good movie. Idiot.
Yes.
I told your dad to get you out of there. Kidding.
Is that what happened? That
No, yeah, right.
Ruth
And
had
now
to put
we're
the
friends.
Ruth had to put the hard
Yeah,
lock
that's
on the
not
R.
true.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that. So then the guy, the president of AMC, texts out or Facebooks. I think it might be okay if you allow texting during the movie.
No.
And then the internet blows up like, what the blank are you?
Yeah.
well, he wanted certain movies, and I think it was to drive like. I understand the thought process because people are doing it anyway.
It was launched
but hold on.
incorrectly though.
You're
You're right.
But
maybe,
they do that
maybe
and people
if it was
yell like me.
maybe if it was certain movies where like it was interactive, like they want you to text while to kind of talk about things going on in the movie. I think stuff like that could work. It's a gimmick.
Actually, no, I agree. If you did see, the problem is the way it was worded, people took it as they're going to let this happen. If you did certain showings, and we witnessed this today, we're going to talk about this later. We witnessed, did you guys know that they do, what is it called, Martha? We're going to talk about it on Real Idiots, but what's it called? The special needs screening. Sensory screenings. I've never heard of this.
Yes.
But they have the lights up a little bit. They allow people to do stuff on their phones. It's not so that like Edward can blow up Twitter like he likes to do. JKLOL, hashtag I'm Edward. It's so that people that have these special needs,
I wear a funny hat,
that need to do these things, that need to be distracted, or that they can do this and still enjoy the movie. It makes sense to me.
Yes.
You and I don't want to go to that movie.
Well, if I knew it was coming, that would be fine. But I wouldn't want to do it to go in the 70mm screening of
Hateful Eight. If they have certain showings, I'm perfectly all right with that. And in fact, because of what we do, I have found occasionally where I'm sitting there where I feel like I probably should have gone to one where I could sit in the back and like tweet about what I'm seeing or whatever, because we've got to like put the news out there or whatever. I understand that to a degree. There's a lot of people that have blogs and do this stuff, and that's their thing. If you have certain screenings, I'm not as opposed, and I think that's what he was trying to do. But the way the America took it, was
well, yeah, because they break the way it was covered was
catch you doing it here.
They're going to allow tweet. They said tweeting at movies, and it was like,
yeah, I know. Alil's tweeting right now. I always an insurance
hashtag movies.
Hashtag Rob is boring. No,
hashtag Edward's hat.
Hashtag yes.
Hashtag Edward.
So
we all hashtag that.
How about another trailer that you mentioned last week is the trailer of Magnificent. Oh my gosh.
Magnificent Seven.
Correct.
He is my puppet.
Seven.
You see that?
I am.
Sometimes
I just can't.
It's like a
your hand moved and it worked. It was like fantastic.
As long as your hands are where everybody can see, then we're okay.
Woo! But Alil's weren't. Thank you, Assistant Alil. It's all like somebody just read our personal thread. So yeah, Magnificent Seven. Did you like the trailer?
I did. I really enjoyed it.
What did you guys think?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Anybody see it? Anybody? It's Chris Pratt and Denzel Washington. And you know what? They've remade this movie how many times? There's been more than one TV series. In fact, I think there's a new TV series coming out. It's the story of the Seven Samurai being retold again and again. But you know what? I'm a sucker. I watched this trailer and I'm like, yep.
Did you tweet about it?
I'm in. Did I tweet about it? During the trailer, yeah.
During the trailer.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, all he has to do is be kind of charming, and he was. Denzel Washington looked like he's trouble. He comes in, he's the one putting them together. And it looked fun. It looked
He plays
good.
A great hard protagonist or villain. He's amazing.
Denzel's great. Yep. You got his poster, Edward?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, I'm down with that one.
Have you seen anything he's done?
I doubt it.
Ooh, I got one I want to bring up. Did you guys see the trailer for Girl on the Train? It's a new Emily Blunt movie.
Oh,
I did.
Yes.
Wow.
I saw it in the theater. Is it good?
Wow.
That looks amazing.
Give us the spoilers. What happens?
There's Emily Blunt in a movie.
There's a girl on the train. That looked great. It reminded me of that other one, the Gone Girl. Like it had that kind of feel to it. But it looked awesome. So good.
Yes.
She's one that like she's not one that ends up in the top tier actresses like you always hear about.
But she
deserves to be.
She is though. She's on the board. I mean, she is considered that, but yeah.
Yeah, but
that was a great movie.
She was great in that.
She will be when she's cast as Captain Marvel.
Ooh.
Is she going to be Captain Marvel?
I hope so.
She should be.
She'd be great. Oh my God.
I think she'd be perfect.
She looks really good in this.
She's athletic. She can physically hold up. I mean, she did that movie.
She was supposed to be Black Widow. She turned it down.
And then they need to do Ms. Marvel as a Netflix series. You know, with the
young girl.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I've fixed James Cameron. Now I'm fixing Marvel.
Because they both needed so much fixing.
Because Marvel needs a lot of fixing.
I could fix DC. Let me in there.
No,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No,
No.
Is there enough money? I don't know if you can.
They'd be like, we don't own the rights to the Micronauts. What?
Literally, the Titanic is almost at the bottom of the ocean. You can't bring it back.
I have an idea. Yeah, right.
All right, I got something. Warner Brothers announces its release date for It. Coming
Did
out
they?
September
Yes.
18th,
How did I miss this?
2017.
Did it
I don't
come out
know.
today?
A couple of days ago.
But yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
They're also
Oh, you know what?
they're also doing Chips. It comes out in August of that year too.
Zac Efron.
I did.
With Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
Is
He will
it?
do
No,
everyone.
it's-
No, I don't know if it's Zac
That would be
Efron.
great.
But
Zac
we've
Efron.
talked about how they were going to relaunch Chips, so they finally greenlit it.
Yeah, and it's
Zac
coming out August 11th, 2017.
It's not going to be Chips 23, and they're going to mix it with 21 Drum Street, are they? Chips 24. Well, it did
Maybe.
fall. Yes.
What was Michael Jordan's second
Yes!
number? 45. So it'll be
Yeah.
Chips 45.
Never.
There you go. Perfect.
Go into Washington. Sorry, that's that. We're talking about sports
Oh,
It's where there's a ball. you shoot
activity,
it.
physical activity.
Yeah.
he was 23. He wasn't 45. But
He was 45
before.
He was.
No,
I
he
knew that.
Not
was 45
before.
at the end when he went to
45
Washington.
when he came back, but he was 45 in high school or something, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, good. He was. He's right.
And then
You know what? He read that at the end
he
of a
was
comic.
45 when he played on the Sox. He was. Look at that. Sports owned.
He actually played for the Durham Bulls.
Yeah, I was going to say there was no White Sox.
But
Okay,
he was
but
in the
he
White
had-
Sox farm
I
system.
have a White Sox baseball card that it has his rookie card. So there you go.
and it's worth nothing.
It's worth nothing.
You should go to Michael Jordan and say, "Give me money for this,"
Right.
just because.
And just stare blankly at that Hitler mustache he has now. How weird is that? When did that become a thing?
I don't know.
I'm going to grow one, though. Edward, you should grow
It's like,
one.
it's
No,
like Charles
never.
Barkley, who's a Republican, and said his mom goes, "When did you become a Republican?" He goes, "When I made $1 million." So
There
which
you
is
go.
One of the best lines.
So you're
I've
saying,
ever-
when did you become Hitler?
exactly when he started owning a team?
When he started owning a team in
I
Nike,
owned a
Yeah.
team.
No
half
kidding.
of Nike.
half a
Um,
Nike. So what's up with Sergey Weaver going to bat for Neil Blomkamp
Isn't
about
this weird?
Alien? I mean, is it she just trying to keep it alive so she can be in Alien?
I thought it was
Or what?
dead, and then all of a sudden she's out there talking about it again.
Maybe she needs money.
Probably does.
What?
Why would she need money?
She's probably signed for the next 4 avatars.
Yeah, I mean,
They're going to keep using those same characters, I'm telling
oh
you.
yeah, she'll be there.
Unless they use
But-
my idea.
So I mean, is it going to be that good, or
Nope.
are they just giving the big finger to Ridley Scott, saying you don't want to do it, so we're going to do it?
No,
With
he's
our-
doing the thing.
Well, he's doing his Alien
what
Covenant,
it said,
whatever
if
he's
you,
doing.
if you read it, they're saying that he said you can't make it until Prometheus 2 comes out. And that makes sense because it was
Exactly.
too similar.
Right.
I get what he's doing. He wants to keep it. He wants to set it up with this. And then if your movie, you can adjust your movie, you can adjust your script accordingly, but we got to get this going this way. I get that. They got to see if it has legs, because if it doesn't have legs, they might pull back from it, just like with Terminator, where they went, yeah, this kind of franchise
Terminator
is
was bad. Prometheus, I thought was pretty good. I enjoyed Prometheus. So.
I still haven't seen it. It's sitting on my stack of shame, but I will watch it. I promise.
It's entertaining. don't you think?
It was an okay movie. I was
No from Gary.
a little disappointed. Well, that's why you were disappointed. I saw it on DVD, and I was like, okay, it's not terrible.
I saw it in 3D. I thought it was I mean,
I saw Waterworld on cable, and it was awesome
you just like Dennis Hopper.
a
That's what-
year ago.
Dennis Hopper on a jet ski with an eye patch.
It was great, though.
I just watched Battlefield Earth.
You know, Gene
Oh.
Tripplehorn almost died on the first day of filming that.
Who did?
Isn't that crazy? Gene Tripplehorn almost died on the first day of filming Waterworld. Can you imagine that's your legacy? I died on the first day of Waterworld. I died a little bit when I saw it. But
Thank God
Everybody did.
Fantastic Four's come out twice and bombed to erase
Right.
that from our memories.
right.
Because oh my gosh.
Speaking of death, let's get these out of the way. First of all,
Ooh. Can we go big, little to big? Let's go little to big.
little to big. All right.
So China.
Oh, I was going to do Prince. He's smaller. China died.
You are a fool.
Too soon. Boo.
You are just terrible.
I resisted for
I
so
would bet
long.
Doris Roberts is shorter.
Huh?
I would bet Doris Roberts is shorter than Prince.
Oh, I forgot Doris Roberts isn't on my
How
list.
did you forget
How do you
Doris
forget
Roberts?
Doris Roberts? Don't you have the internet?
Big celebrities die in triples, too. So,
They do.
So
well, okay, so Doris Roberts died this week. She was
Right.
the mother on Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond. She was in Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
Like, I'm just thinking of some of the big things.
But she was super famous for Raymond.
Yeah, Raymond.
That's like
Took her
everybody
career-
knows her.
yeah.
Everybody loves that show. And then China, the wrestler, died.
Yes.
Joni
Laurer. Laurer.
And she's a sad story if you look her up. So that's really just sad and kind of a long time coming. Like, kind of knew this is a collision course to something.
I mean, and I know and I understand that there's a lot of stuff that goes on there, but what is it? Is it like the wrestler of the month passes away? I mean, it literally is like every.
I did join the Dead Wrestler of the Month
You're
club,
looking at wrestlers that
you get a plate
that were huge
die?
in the 80s and 90s,
right?
And
steroids
and drugs and everything ran like. I mean, you think like
they destroyed their minds and bodies.
Yeah, I mean, you think like musicians and whatever were doing a lot of. I mean, these people like lived it.
Well, they had to,
and they were being supplied with steroids and all. I mean,
they couldn't do their jobs without doing it because they would literally kill themselves every day.
So like their bodies are 70, 80, 90-year-olds at this point.
Right.
And it's even when you see them how they look. I mean, outside of having some cosmetic surgery, I mean, these people look terrible.
Oh, sure.
I don't know. Mankind looked pretty good. We saw him at the Comic-Con.
But Mankind isn't
that
old,
really
though.
See him?
Yeah, he was sitting right next to me.
He's actually not that old. Mick Foley is not that old.
And he had the sock sitting next to him, too.
Sacco. That was a great.
But he was sitting there, and I was like, Mankind. Mick Foley? Mick Foley?
Hacksaw. No, he wasn't Hacksaw. He was.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan was at the con a couple years ago.
Was he?
And he looked.
What was his
awful.
other one? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. He's a little bit older, though.
Yeah. I mean, Sergeant Slaughter.
You know who doesn't look horrible?
80s.
Jesse the Body Ventura. Still awesome. I ain't got time to bleed.
That's the Minnesota in you. That was your Minneapolis time. So.
Still awesome.
Yeah, but then the big one that happened, that's
the big one. Doris Roberts.
Yeah.
No, Prince. Prince died. He was 57 years old. I mean, this, as much as I like to make jokes about everything, this one I resisted any jokes until right now. I'm not the only one.
He's coming.
He's little tiny joke.
I'm not making
because I am not.
I won't.
All right.
I
am not.
I'm not.
But I'm saying
Rob is. He's already has twice.
I said one, and it was about China. Anyway, this is a big loss. I feel terrible about it. When you hear the story of what went on, it makes it like worse, and it's just awful, man. And this guy's amazing. We're going to do a tribute show to him tonight. Although it's not going to be here because he hates Prince. Yep.
Not true, but no, it's a huge loss. I mean, not only just what he was as an entertainer, but what he did in his private life to help out people.
Right.
He did more out there that people don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
There's so much out there.
There's the public persona. There's the character that people have in their mind, and then there's who this guy really was. And he was tough, but he's an incredibly interesting, talented, driven guy.
Right. He's when people talk about celebrities as like being one in a million, he literally was the one in a million guy.
Yeah.
He was that talented and amazing. So
did we have anyone else die this week that we have to touch on here? Joyce DeWitt still alive? All right.
She's on our list.
Oh, I got one more death.
Jeez.
I got one more death. The Xbox 360 died this week. They stopped production as of the 20th. No more Xbox 360.
I got to get a new game
I'm surprised
system.
it wasn't sooner. Honestly.
They were still producing them, but they stopped production.
Yeah.
It's over. There's still going to be a couple of titles coming out. They're still going to produce a few things, but that's it. So I'm actually kind of surprised too. I thought it was over not long after the one.
Because I believe that.
But the one is selling really well, and they finally said, we got to put our resources towards that and get more into the market.
Sure.
Yeah, but they're also now looking to revamp Xbox One and PS4.
Well, right, because they're remapping the
PS4 is coming out with a 4.5, which is just a sleeker machine, right?
Right, well, and have the 4K capabilities because all TVs are going to 4K.
Right.
But the problem is there's going to be some kind of disconnect between the people who already have it and the people who are who haven't been in it. So you're going to see kind of a dive because it's not like you're getting new games or much of a difference. Right. So really, am I going to shell out another $400+ to get an upgrade?
Yes.
So I think it's.
I don't know. They've done this kind of thing before, and it has worked because they don't have penetration like you think. There's still a lot of people that haven't picked them up. If they put out a new model and they put the price point at the right place, they're going to pick up all the people that didn't buy before. And they're all right. They've done it before with other things. They did it with the PS3 when they did they did the original, and then they did a relaunch. And then they went to another one at the end of its life cycle.
Yeah,
and
but,
each one
that was just a slim. All they did with those models.
No,
yeah.
they did. No.
I have that PS3.
I have the original one.
And so I have that one, and I have the newest one.
And a year later, they came out with a different one, and then after that, they did the slim. I was selling them.
But there was nothing new to them.
There was.
Except for a different hard drive.
Was it a larger hard drive?
It was the hard drive, and it was the backwards compatibility chip inside.
Yeah, but that never worked.
It did on the old one because I played even PlayStation games on my PS3.
Ooh.
I could play.
I had them, and they never
everything in my library, which I had a lot of games, man. I could play every single one of them. I tried them all.
All right.
Even the garbage. Oh, there was some garbage in the PlayStation.
Well, they just had to fill titles, and they just
Yeah, and that's the thing with this. The reason that the 360 is no more is because of the backwards compatibility. And the one they've been adding so much now that people stopped buying the 360 because they were like, you know what, if I get a one, I can play all those games.
Well, you can play the games, plus you can't watch Blu-ray, plus you can't.
Right.
I mean, that's
now.
huge.
Does the one do Blu-ray?
I think the one does, but the 360 does.
The 360 definitely didn't, because that was a Sony.
I think
thing.
the new ones definitely do.
So
Blu-ray.
do they play Blu-ray?
I believe so.
Yeah,
interesting.
I think they do.
The only
ones
problem is because the Xbox 360, its backwards compatibility with some of the games are really bad. Like
right, but they're actually doing software upgrades to try to make it better.
Yeah, because the newest Call of Duty is the graphics are much worse. You cannot play story on it.
Wait. If you do backwards compatibility with Call of Duty,
correct.
But that's a layup because you can buy those games so cheap. All they have to do is do a remastered Xbox One version of the Gold Collection, and every Call of Duty knucklehead.
What are you calling that? Zelda
is going to be all over it.
Remember when they did that with Zelda?
Yeah.
Old ones?
You know what really stinks? So when you talk about
really?
consoles, all the rumors about how the Wii U is already going out. They're talking about the next one. It seems like they just put the Wii U out.
They did. It's going to have the same lifespan that the Nintendo GameCube did.
That's terrible. I liked the GameCube, but it was here and gone. There were so few games.
Right, because it didn't get the Wii U is not getting the market penetration that the Wii got. I mean, you're looking at 100 million units sold for the Wii, versus I think it was 15
was
or 20
it 100
million.
million or 20 million?
100 million for the Wii. The Wii was 100 million
worldwide or
US?
Okay.
Worldwide. And then the Wii U, I think, is 20 million worldwide or something a lot less. And the other ones, the Xbox and PS, are in the 40s and 50 million.
The problem is all the Mario Kart and all that stuff, you can get it on PC, equal games, or on something similar. So I don't think
you can't get the Mario games on PC.
No, you can't.
Mario
Nintendo is its own
Nintendo?
property. Yeah. It's only its own property.
Then why aren't they doing it? Because that's obvious for kids.
Well, that's it. But that's the only penetration they're getting is kids. But the kids these days, like Edward, they're going to rather play Call of Duty or something like that rather than Mario Kart. I'm the one who wants to play Mario Kart.
Right. Who doesn't want to play Call of Duty? It's awesome.
I don't. I'd rather play Mario Kart.
So when Nintendo gets in trouble and they make it
12, less than 20.
It's not even 20. It's
12.6.
No, that's what Nintendo should do is set up its own Steam type service for their games.
Well, they're working on that because they're going to be
doing.
They're going to be releasing with the next. I think they're also moving to the phone console, the phone apps.
Right.
They already got the Mi on the Miimoto on.
But what they need to do is do their back catalog on the phone. If I could play the original Zelda on my phone, I would be.
I don't know if I'd like that though.
Because now
sure you would.
Because now they have the Pokemon.
I'm getting a Raspberry, and I'll talk about that later.
Yellow and green Pokemon for the 3DS.
You, Mr. Gadget.
5,000 games on it.
It's $10, and all it is just the first two games.
Okay.
No, nothing remastered, no different colors. All it is that, and you have two settings to change it so it looks like it's on the Game Boy, and you can make it all green, which is the original color.
All right.
So they released that for
Game
the
Boy?
3DS.
I have some breaking news.
Breaking news. This just in.
Jurassic World released a teaser poster for their sequel.
Shut up.
Yep, and
I missed a lot.
It just posted, and it says Jurassic, and then you just see an O, and everything's covered in shrubbery.
Jurassic Oprah. It's Jurassic Oprah. Finally.
Well, I'm thinking, what if it's
the only one amused by that?
I'm thinking Jurassic Outbreak.
Huh?
I'm thinking Jurassic Outbreak.
You have to say that.
Because
I think you're right.
Okay.
I think you're right. Jurassic Outbreak sounds right.
Dinosaurs are now invading the whole planet.
How about Jurassic O-Face? That's going to be coming out.
This is a.
It does look like out.
We got to run
Yeah,
through.
like you.
I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run through stories
Jurassic
now.
Ouija board.
Amelia Clark done as Sarah Connor. Big surprise.
No.
Well,
The franchise.
of
is done.
course she's done. The franchise is done.
They're still talking, and it's not done. If they've got them locked into contracts, if they decide they have them like for 5 years or something,
It's done until Marvel takes it back.
right. That's probably it.
Right. What is it? 2 or 3 years they have to produce a movie. If they don't, they're done.
Let's see. Did you guys see the trailer for Cafe Society?
Yes, I like the.
It's all right. It's new Woody Allen movie.
I like just Jesse Eisenberg in it.
No, I'm just
all right.
waiting.
I
I'm just
like
waiting for
The
Sausage Party.
Founder with Michael Keaton. It's the McDonald's one.
The McDonald's movie. Yeah,
I'm
Did you
interested
watch
in that.
it?
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm watching this thing, and I'm thinking it's going to be pro McDonald's. He comes off as a big McJerk, so I think that's going to be awesome.
Sounds like a good,
Well,
good sandwich.
It's just like the stuff with Disney, like the Walt Disney. Everybody
Right.
has this great image. He had a business to run.
It's a
and
business,
was
right?
was really cutthroat, not
No,
in private, but
just
was,
like Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, I just talked about those movies, and
Right.
Jobs is a huge.
I just
jerk.
thought that
Right.
because McDonald's was letting their name be on there, that they would have brand control.
No,
Whereas in this trailer, I'm like, ooh, this does not look good.
it
for
is. It's the
Because
founding
you
of
know what?
McDonald's.
If it was just a shiny, happy commercial for McDonald's, nobody would go see it.
right.
Like, let's see who wrote the.
Yeah, what if
Big
it came
Mac
with a
song,
Happy
Big
Meal
Mac,
toy?
Big DLT, quarter. Nobody cares.
To
Sci-Fi did a pilot order for Krypton, David Goyer's new series.
David Goyer's involved, so it's gonna be trash.
So yeah, it's going to be terrible. The
So,
new trailer
10-year
for
run.
Independence Day. You
Didn't see it.
guys see the new trailer for
10-year
Independence Day?
It's fine.
I'm going to see it, but it's just
Really? Because you have a stack of shame at home. Are you really gonna see this?
I'll see it. Stuff blowing
Come
up.
on,
Yeah.
it can't be good at all.
The Rock did sign for Jumanji. So
Yeah,
a
yep.
Jumanji remake.
Isn't that supposed to start like right away?
I don't
soon?
know.
Pretty soon, I think after Black
No.
Adam's not like till 2020.
They're not ready for that yet. They don't even have a script.
Jumanji's like the end of the
Right.
summer. He's
No,
filming it.
he started filming it at the end of the summer, right after Baywatch.
Right.
Right after they finished
They better
We're
Baywatch.
gonna
hire-
finish Baywatch and go right into
They
that.
better sign Kevin Hart right now. That's who they're talking about.
I know. They said last week.
Daddy's Home 2 is happening. I don't know why. Why
No,
did they
it's-
jump to that one before they get
Because-
Step Brothers 2?
No, wait.
Because it's
isn't
Mark
it
Wahlberg.
that-
Because it's Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Isn't it Mark Wahlberg?
How about the Big Hit
Mark
2?
Wahlberg and
That's what I want to see.
wasn't it that just
Remember that
Mark-
one? That's awesome.
Mark and Seth Rogen? Didn't they just say they want to do it, or is it now? Actually?
What, Daddy's
No,
Rogan.
they said
Yeah.
they're going with it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going with it.
It was Will Ferrell actually. I think it was not
Oh, yeah,
on
Will
board.
Ferrell.
So
Yeah.
as
Oh,
great as Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark is, it's Will.
this one I want to
Sure.
bring up.
Will's
I got two really good ones here. Have you guys ever heard of the horror podcast Lore?
No,
Anybody?
no.
You've heard of it. I've never heard of this thing. It's only like 20 episodes deep. They got a TV deal.
Cool.
We've done like 800 episodes of this. They got a TV deal. It sounds awesome. I'm down with it, and I'm really glad that podcasts are getting noticed that way. Aaron Mank is making it. It's going to be like an anthology horror series based on horror lore. Like they do cryptozoology and all sorts of stuff, vampires and stuff like that. All right.
That's cool.
Nice. Cool.
So I'm going to check out the podcast. It should be good. I mean, it sounds like it's pretty good, but I couldn't believe it. I'm like, really? Really? Another
Well,
one?
it's a niche. It's
Niche.
gonna be on Chiller.
Did you see the trailer for the Ring versus the Grudge?
We talked about this before.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Oh, they
they
did
did
a new
another one? I'm down with it.
Oh my gosh, I'm
It's
scared.
gonna be
I'm
awesome.
scared right now. Just I can't.
Are you scared?
My wife will attest. I'm not a horror fan.
Do you like when the hand crushes the tape?
Oh,
Did you see that
and
kid?
I will tell you, the Ring especially
The Ring is really scary.
scared. The
I
Grudge
was never
wasn't that
scared
bad.
of
The
those
Ring.
movies.
That's the one
Those
that we
movies
went
are
to
not
with my
scary.
nephew.
I'm sorry.
And he said, Aunt Martha, you swore a lot in that movie.
See, like the horror movies like Jason and that stuff. They don't bother me at all. I think they're funny. I will laugh.
But an old
Yeah,
man
I
looking
laugh
out a
at
window
those.
of a second
The
floor.
Ring, I was like a little too creepy. For
You know what,
horse
though?
running slowly through a field.
That's like when we did that Conjuring thing at C2E2 like last year, and like Edward was crying.
That was Insidious too.
Oh, Insidious too.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Edward was like crying. It was like this whole
Okay,
virtual.
Edward is a kid.
I am a
So-
no. I don't like scary.
He doesn't
stuff.
like that. But he's like a kid.
I don't
I'm
like
just
it.
messing.
I
with
knew
you.
he'd be scared.
It's like-
I thought it was funnier that I heard.
I didn't
a
even
Lil
know you were
weeping.
crying.
I heard a Lil weeping in his. That's what I thought was funny.
I wasn't weeping. I was weeping for how terrible it was. I was like, oh,
Oh,
it is so much
It's
better.
horrible.
But
It was
this was
awful.
interesting. Shelley Bond, she was the VP executive editor for Vertigo, like since '93. So this is the woman behind Preacher, Transmetropolitan, Sandman, all these great Vertigo titles. She's been removed as VP. They want to move in another direction. You know what they're doing. It's DC owned. They're looking at their movies. I mean, it's like a mess over there. They want to make those properties into movie properties.
Don't
now.
blame DC. You're blaming Warner Brothers. I mean,
Right. It is Warner Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers
Is there a
is
DC now? It's
So is
really
it-
Warner
is it
Well,
Brothers.
Mel-
it's not like it's Marvel Studios. DC doesn't really have like a DC Studios. There's not like
Right.
Kevin Feige
Right.
over
But what I'm
DC.
saying is DC is so entrenched in Warner Brothers. Marvel is a separate entity essentially from Disney. Like
Right.
they are their own thing. DC controls or
Separate
Warner
as
Brothers
in they were
controls
bought
DC.
by him,
Yeah.
and then they're just like they're
So
arm.
they've got
It's
these
different.
properties. They're starting to make movies and stuff out of them. It's great. I love Vertigo books.
We've
Going
talked about it.
forward, they're going to be doing the Blazinski method of I'm going to make things to make them other properties. Isn't he the one that was trying to do that? That whole thing of the Vertigo books. We're going to make weird stuff specifically to make them movies and TVs. You watch.
Yeah, Mark Millar does that.
Mark
too.
Millar,
Like,
yeah.
He,
But when he gets it right, it's great.
well, yeah, Kingsman was one of those. He was like, it was a script first.
Right.
He's got this other trade that we're going to review on our show for one of our comic book corner episodes called Chrononauts. Again, Kick-Ass. I mean, like, he does those
Right.
mainly a
But
script.
Vertigo
and
shouldn't
then,
be that. Like if a writer does that with his work, sure. But a line that is like experimental. It'd be like if Dark Horse all of a sudden said, you know what? Really, our only goal is to make movies out of our properties. It would
Which is-
change what Dark Horse is.
Which is what they want to do now. All they want to do is make the big money and not
But
just
Dark
do
Horse
comics
isn't.
anymore.
Dark Horse is doing what Vertigo was doing this whole time. Dark Horse is now the one to watch.
Yeah.
You might as well call Vertigo Image at this point if they're going to do that.
Right.
And even Image is more interesting than the
Well,
prospect of what this could be.
It goes into the DC by
I hope I'm
committee
all
and by money. They're trying to make money, and that they're
Right.
not doing it the way that they're doing. So
I just hope I'm wrong. Did you guys see the trailer for The Do-Over? Adam Sandler and David Spade.
I did.
Netflix only.
nope.
Did you like
is
it?
Is it Joe Dirt?
I thought
Kind of.
There was a sequel to that.
I know.
Yeah, it's on Crackle.
I can't believe that.
it,
The
it's,
Joe
it's
Dirt?
not going
Yeah.
to
Joe
be
Dirt
good.
was a great movie, actually.
It-
The first one was pretty funny.
Great
For,
is
for,
Great?
for what it is. For what it is,
great
it was
is
great.
a big.
So you
word
didn't think
for
this
that.
was
No,
going to
no.
be great?
But I get you.
I think it's going to be
For David
a
Spade led
low
movie.
average
Right.
movie. I think
In
it's going
the
to be
Adam,
okay to
role of
watch.
Adam Sandler comedy. I
It's
think that's
nice
a pretty.
it's on Netflix and you don't
But
have
Dennis
to.
Miller was.
So it's like
Go
to
and
me,
see it.
like Grandma's Boy is great.
I know.
Yeah, we
Ours
are.
is better. And when this happens,
But we-
ours is
but
better.
Ours is always better.
Yours is
So we're
louder,
trying to-
that's for sure.
Oh, you know what?
Jason Bourne trailer looked good.
Yes,
Looks awesome. Infiltrator, you see that trailer?
I did.
No.
Did you? Bryan Cranston looks awesome.
Was
Only
that-
he's on the other side. He's
Yeah.
infiltrating a drug ring to bring him down, and it's based on a true story. That looked really good.
It's the biggest bust in I think U.S. history.
At a little
So many
South.
jokes I want to make right now.
Hey.
James
I thought they
Ponsoldt
arrested her.
is going to direct I Want My MTV, which is like the history of MTV.
Okay.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, it was a 2011 novel that they're turning into.
Yes.
I think I play the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I'm done. That's it for me. You guys got anything else, or are we done?
Couple things.
They're going to get Jaden Smith to play him, and that's going to be terrible.
They were talking about in American Horror Story, one of our favorite shows, that this year they're going to do 2 stories, not just one. Even though they have a bunch of stories in there, they're going to do 2 different things. They're going to do one part based on opera, and then the other one is undisclosed as of yet. Maybe they just don't have enough material or something like that.
Is it 2 series?
Well, they said
Like
they're going to have
10
2
weeks, 10 weeks?
Well,
Or
they didn't specify that, but they said they were going to have definitely
'Cause-
2 storylines. So, like, even though they had like hotel and they did a bunch of different stories with the characters, it was all based on the hotel. They're doing something with the opera, but then they're doing something else in that too.
because we talked about this on this show a while ago, that I think they had made a deal to do 2 series, just like Walking Dead does.
Right.
But then we never heard anything more about it. So that might be what this is. There might be like the regular 13-week and then maybe a 6 or a 10-week. I'd be down with that.
But they
boy, if I got to hear 13 weeks of singing, boy, I'm out.
Well, you got Gaga, and they said,
I don't care.
They said all the
weeks of
usual
that
suspects
opera
are coming
stuff?
back. Yeah.
No
Come on,
thank
you don't want to see Dennis O'Hare prancing around singing? That'd be great.
Not 13 weeks worth.
And Game of Thrones starts this weekend.
Yes, it does.
So by the time this is out, it'll be the first episode will be completed. And they had some news I don't think we've talked about on the show where they're pretty much thinking that they're reaching the end. 2 or 3 more seasons will be it. And then they're talking about
2. I think it's 2.
They said 2, but
no, but I mean they've said 2, but it's not tying to his books in the last 1 or something.
Right. Well, they don't have any more material right now, so they are at the end of what is written. But they're talking about instead of doing 10 or 13 shows, they're talking about doing 6 the last couple of years. So I'm sure that'll just piss off everybody. Everybody's upset. So
yeah. I heard Stephen Moffat's taking it over.
I'll do it once every 3 years.
There we go.
I saw a funny
we'll
tweet.
have the Cumberbatch in it.
Right.
So
they were saying Benedict Cumberbatch only wanted to do like acting for 15 more years, so that'll be 2 or 3 more seasons of Sherlock. Boom, boom.
Are we done?
I'm done.
Nothing in Edward's Magic Corner. All right.
Actually, it's not magic though.
Fake out.
Come on.
Not magic though. They really say X-Men Apocalypse video for Apocalypse. Did you see it? It was a small viral video.
Like a featurette?
Yeah. It was a video that was meant to look like an old-time history show.
Okay.
Showing this is Apocalypse, who is the biggest. It taught everyone who Apocalypse was.
Okay.
What his powers are, because they didn't.
Was it like Nova?
I'm Carl Sagan.
No, they should have done what's it with Leonard Nimoy?
Ooh, In Search of?
In Search of. Was
Apocalypse.
it In Search of?
I don't know.
Was it In Search of?
That would have been cool.
Make it be In Search of.
That CG Leonard Nimoy.
That'd be awesome.
Or they just propped him up.
Zachary Quinto.
Zachary Quinto.
That would be great.
Brilliant.
That would have been good.
You know what?
Saving one property at a time.
Well done.
We're way over limit.
All right, we're done. Thank you for listening, everybody. That is the end of This Week in Geek for this week. Thank you, Blue Box.
Time for the 5 o'clock news.